is back, bitches. What's happening, everybody? And welcome to another Dad Hat Chronicle sports show. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. I'm back. I wish it was under better circumstances because my Carolina Hurricanes are just.
I guess you could say it's not quite hurricane season yet, huh?
They are. It is not quite hurricane season. They are sucking it. They're already losing 3-0 already in this second game. So there's that. But anyways, my Guardians are winning, so I'll take that. Welcome everybody, like I said, and this is again Thursday night. I don't know where our good friend Donnie is. I don't know, but we have three fellas with me today. Mr. Prospector. Oh, I just saw your name. Mr. Producer, Big Bracket Daddy.
If you watch the show on Tuesday, you'd understand this.
I got you. And then the influencer. But let's go ahead and start with the Mr. Prospector. What are you wearing tonight, my friend? And we already know what you're drinking, but go ahead and say it anyways.
Well, tonight, I don't know if you do know what I'm drinking. Tonight, I'm drinking in a red Solo cup, some Sprite and tea. The Sprite plus tea. So a little bit different tonight.
Sprite plus tea?
Yep.
Yeah, my coworker had a couple cans of that yesterday. It's like a mix, kind of like an Arnold Palmer, but not.
Yeah, I mean, which one I want to try is the one at Little Caesars, the mango Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
I want to try that. I want to go to Little Caesars just so I can get that mango Mountain Dew.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it just tastes like Sprite to me. It's like all the other flavors of like soda and everything. You can smell the flavor, but you can't necessarily taste it.
Oh, I got you.
So, yeah, it's like the essence of it.
I got you.
So, I mean, it's fine. It's good. But tonight I am wearing from our friends in Appleton, Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, the Udder Tuggers.
Hey, Udder Tuggers. That's
what
Paul said.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
And yeah, it's the one with the cow print too.
Sure. Mr. Bracket Daddy, what you wearing and what you drinking?
Tonight's hat is the Casper Ghost.
Such a cool hat.
The hat that actually broke my I only buy hats at the ballpark rule because they were leaving, so I picked this hat up immediately, and I am just drinking water tonight.
We already know that influencers also drinking water only tonight. Loser. What are you, Mr. Influencer? What you wearing? What you drinking?
Water, of course. Got the Corpus Christi Whataburger.
Corpus Crispy?
Yep. Hey, they got crispy chicken sandwiches there.
They do.
What happened at the last time I was at a Whataburger?
You got left there.
Correct. Yep.
You did. They left you.
Yep. So want to give a shout out to Mrs. Influencer. Finished her last day of school today.
Oh, okay.
So she's done, and then all the other teachers that have finished or are finishing soon. Congrats on getting through the school year. Every single year, this school year's the worst, and it gets even more worse and worse every single year.
Kids are little babies now, man. Though babies. So
no, that's absolute facts. I mean, that's.
So she's, I don't know that she's probably not drinking, but they're out at a bar somewhere. They always go right after the last day, and she probably won't be home till late. But
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Who's 3 hours behind us? Maybe.
Yeah.
If somebody was 3 hours behind us, it would be
300 behind me and
4 for you, 3 for me.
Yeah. Yep. Callie.
Anyways, 5 o'clock, 5:04 somewhere. But also just kind of some unfortunate news out of last night. Wichita Northwest High School played in the regionals up in Manhattan. They played at the University of K-State, which was a pretty cool experience to get to play at a Big 12 ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Junction City 12-3, advanced to the regional championship. Their starter was throwing shutout through 6 1/3. They only play 7-inning games in high school here, which they may do that everywhere, but for here it's 7 innings. Had 6 1/3. We're 2 outs away. Zach said it started pouring rain. Got a little bit wild. He was close to 100 pitches between the rain and being worn down. He walked 3 batters. They pulled him. Next guy hits a ground ball to the right side. They tie it up and then end up losing it on a walk-off 2-1 in the bottom of the 10th. So they were
Ouch.
2 outs away, went 3 extra innings, and then lost 2-1 against the number 3 seed Manhattan High School. So obviously they hosted the regional. They were the number 3 overall seed in 6A, and Northwest played them really, really good and was so close to making it to state. So
close.
Unfortunate that their season's over, but Zach's summer team actually plays tomorrow. So he's
doing travel.
Yeah, doing a travel ball. So he'll be gone pretty much every weekend from now through July, probably into August. They're here at home this weekend, kind of as a preseason tournament. Then they go out to Fort Scott next weekend, which is about 3 hours east of here. And then they go to Springfield, Missouri. They go down to Lubbock, Texas, up to Kansas City, and play, tournament pretty much every weekend. So I will not be at a lot of them, but I will get to go to tomorrow's game. So quick turnaround. He wouldn't have been able to play in this tournament or the Fort Scott one next weekend if they would have made state. But
now that he's done.
Yeah, so we'll see how this team goes. Brand new team. Hasn't played with them before, but his varsity assistant coach is a guy that runs the organization. So we'll see. But more baseball continuing on. But yeah, just barely missed out on making state. So kind of unfortunate.
Sucks, but at least he still gets to play ball. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, and then he still has 2 more years at Northwest. So
he's good.
So I told him, I said, you got a lot of work this offseason to be that, because they had their 2 main guys.
Yeah.
The first guy pitched a 7-inning complete game. The other guy went 6 1/3. And then they had one other guy that threw the last 3 innings. I said, you got to be, both the 2 top guys are seniors, so they're done. I was like, you got to work extremely, extremely hard, nonstop all summer throughout your games and just training and stuff throughout the fall and winter, because you got to be ready, because you could be that guy next year and you could very well help them get to state.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, I'm wearing a wonderful, beautiful hat. The Utah Warriors rugby team from Official League Corduroy. It's one of my favorites, man. I love the colors, the black and white and red. It's nice.
Those colors don't have anything to do with a certain hockey team, do they?
Nope. It does not. It does not.
Just thought I'd ask.
Nope. And tonight I'm drinking.
Are you wearing that?
I'm about to. From Asheville, North Carolina, Highland Brewery. Their seasonal beer.
Looks good on you.
What is it?
Their seasonal cerveza, the lime lager.
Cerveza.
Cerveza.
And Cleveland is now up 6-0 on Detroit. So
Did Jose Ramirez hit a home run?
Possibly. You know he does.
J-Ram.
Yeah, he's a great player. Such a great player. Detroit's making a lot of stupid mistakes, and literally that's why why they're losing, is because they're making mental mistakes. All right, Mr. Producer, what you got going on tonight?
All right, so we've got some topics with we got some minor league baseball stuff to go over. Then we have some just MLB. We're gonna talk about some playoffs. Talk about some NFL, some NHL, college football, some hockey. I already said hockey, and even some soccer.
Do we have to talk about hockey? We don't have to.
No, there's one thing we can talk about with hockey. That's not what's going on currently.
Clarification: who's the producer?
Do you want me to change it back? Is this change scaring you?
I'm not saying the name. I'm going to call you producer. You can leave it like that.
No, I mean, okay. You're talking about Big Bracket Daddy. Okay, never mind. I just wanted to make sure.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
All right.
I'm not doing
Sorry. Please forgive me for interrupting Big Bracket Daddy.
That's okay. That's okay. So for minor league baseball, of course, we have a new identity to talk about. We're going to go not far from Ed over at Holly Springs for the Springs.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. I do apologize. It's an interesting one. Holly Springs one.
What did someone say online? They said they're going to be the Holly Springs.
No, Virgil said that.
Was that?
I asked if they were going to be are they going to be called the Holly Springs or the Holly Springs?
That was a brilliant comment. I loved that.
You know what this reminds me of? Remember the clip art?
Yes. The paperclip.
The paperclip. This is what that reminds me of.
Me too.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. So there's that. I'm gonna stop it there. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, the problem is just that, and let me put it back up so I can tell you about this. So here's my issue with this, right? Fine, you're the Springs, good, awesome, love it. But then if you're gonna be the Springs, okay, change the hat. Because now you got a salamander, and then you got a spring, and now you have an identity crisis going on. It's bothering me. That's all of this is bothering me. Is that
I did kind of find it weird that they didn't have a hat ready for that.
That's kind of a good alternate identity team name, the Identity Crisis.
Yeah,
that's a good one, Ed. I bet somebody should be able to do some type of
give Madison like 2 weeks, they'll come up with something.
This New Jersey, and I just posted it. So there you go.
Yeah, good point, Lynn.
Swipe from the Rocky Mountain vibes to Colorado Springs, aka the Springs. Yep. Hey, burner account is here. He's here.
Hey Joe, how about those Jays, my man?
I was just gonna say they won in 11 innings.
Yeah, they did, and guess what they did? They brought out the brooms because they were sweeping.
Okay, calm down. After all, it is the Blue Jays. So just relax. How about look at that. Toronto Argonauts beating the San Diego Chargers.
That's right.
14-0.
Go Argos.
And 7-0. I like CFL football. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I like the CFL.
Hey, the Padres are, despite their recent struggles, are still a good team. So for us to
they're a really good team. No,
yeah,
I was
for us
just
to
messing
sweep
with
them, and be in a lot of games recently, and it gives you at least a little bit of hope. We're not an elite team by any stretch. I'm not saying that, but we got some good scrappy players, and we're actually like manufacturing runs at times, which is nice to see. So
I like it. I'm a fan. Are they going to fire your manager though?
No, he's going to do just well enough to stay around.
You think so?
Yeah, he's coming to the end of his contract, so I don't know if they'll renew it.
I was just going to say, are they going to renew it, or are they just going to let him walk?
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with the rest of the season, but he's doing well enough right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when it came to mid-season trading, that probably kind of give away what they'll do with him.
Yeah,
where he stands. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Shapiro and Ross Atkins' contracts are up too at the end of the season. So I think they're going to go all in.
I think Shapiro's safe. I think Shapiro's safe.
Yeah, I mean
Ross Atkins, that's a wild card.
Yeah,
but Shapiro has been more. He doesn't really handle too much of the day-to-day personnel stuff anymore. He handles everything.
He has his hand in it a little bit, like he does with like big contracts and stuff like that. But no, not the day-to-day stuff. No.
Right. So we'll see. But you know what? I wish him nothing but like it. They signed your boy long term. Now they need to just put more weapons around him.
Well, some of the guys, some of the players some of the firepower has actually been coming from the bottom of the lineup. Nathan Lucas and Ernie Clement and
Clement, ex Guardian.
Yeah, and he's been playing really well. Earn Dog and Addison Barger, a guy from our minor league system, who I think the last 9 hits that he's gotten, they've come off the bat at like 97 miles an hour or higher. So he's got a good swing, and if he just gets to play every day, like really the Andres Jimenez injury has actually helped us a little bit because it's given Barger regular at bats and it's let Clement go over to second, and Jimenez hasn't been hitting, as you well know.
Right.
Great defender.
Great
Good
defender,
teammate.
Gold Glove.
Yeah, great defender, great teammate, but he can't hit.
For shit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting when he comes back. See what happens.
I'm with it. All right. What else we got?
So this is not really a alternate reveal, but Johnstown Mill Rats have brought out their steel jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And currently you cannot buy these in the shop, much to Ed's dismay.
I wanted the hat.
Yeah, and they used to be called the Johnstown Steel.
I want the hat. That's what I want. I mean, because the hat is legit. And I wish I could having a little bit, have a better picture of what they have.
Yeah, sadly, it's the only thing we've got to work with here. They didn't really post much about this.
Right. So, I mean, I like it. So
yeah, well, that's what the Florence Y'alls used to be. That was that same franchise that they started out in Erie, they moved to Johnstown, and then they moved to Florence.
Phil, did they just take that goal away for the Hurricanes? It was 3-1, and now it's back to being 3-0.
Sounds like they took that goal away.
Did you have the foot in the crease?
It's because of Phil. Oh, it would have been fine if Phil wouldn't have said that.
And the last thing to talk about with minor league baseball, I know you guys are concerned that I really don't do a lot. You feel like I don't really keep track of anything. Well, that's going to change on Monday because the Northwoods League is starting.
Hey, here we go, baby.
So, as you know, the four of us and Donnie have picked a Northwoods League team, and I will be tracking their seasons to see who finishes, who has the best record in the end.
I'm excited for this. I am excited for this. Lynn likes your cap. Virgil.
Thank you, Lynn.
I cannot wait for some Northwoods League. So excited for that. And we have to think about what are we going to do as far as what's going to be the penalty for last place.
You're the one talking about a penalty, so I don't even want to know what you're going to come up with.
I'm going to think of something good.
We're going to throw you in with the crickets.
Bro, I told you, I said that to you guys last night. How crazy is that? And not only that, my wife today, you know what she does? She goes, "Was like, oh, I'm gonna make with Mia. We're gonna make a sanctuary for the frogs and the toads."
Is she calling it Frog Hollow?
Frog Hollow.
Frog Hollow.
Oh, Frog Hollow. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Virgil, can I get a rock chalk?
I knew you were about to say that. I saw that happen. Dang it.
Okay, that's why Virgil snatched his remote really quickly to change it because KU just walked off Oklahoma State bottom of the ninth. Go. Nope. Rock chalk, baby.
Nope. Win or lose.
6-2. They freaking blew it.
Win or lose.
No
Pokes.
No pokes.
Go Jayhawks.
What school did you guys go to?
KU.
Virgil, what school did you go to?
Does it really matter?
Yeah, it matters.
I went to the University of Alabama in Huntsville.
Okay. And what about you, Mr. Prospector?
Oklahoma State. Go Pokes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is what I don't understand with college. Like, oh, I'm a Georgia fan. You live on the West Coast. Like, or you live in Ohio. No, anybody that lives in Ohio that is a Georgia fan, I'll never understand this about college. It's
maybe they'll be up to chat about it. I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Professional sports, I get. College, like it's a university. You went to that university or you didn't.
There's a lot of
I must really get under your skin.
So if I have a family connection there, it doesn't count to you.
That's different. You have a family connection, okay. But like people have nothing to do with a state, and all of a sudden they're rooting for.
Go Tigers.
I mean, here come the Irish.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a ton of people that never went to Notre Dame that are fans.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. College, I don't understand.
Well, don't say you like Ohio State then.
I don't like Ohio State. I went to Kent State.
You always say OH.
Just to mess with you guys. I don't.
But we can't mess with you.
I live in Ohio.
Yeah.
I live in Ohio. I
And-
lived in Ohio. So the OH part is not just Ohio State. It's Ohio.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you one reason. Like sometimes when you go to a university and you don't have like major college, college sports teams, when you go to a university where the C stands for quality and you pay for an arena that you pay for a program that you never get to see while you're at said school. So
all your teams are Division II.
What's that?
All your teams are Division II, like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with Division II?
I like Division II, but I like to have a Division I team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a connection to Oklahoma State. If it wasn't for Oklahoma State, I would not have been born.
Virgil, can I get one for Ed? Go Pokes.
Folks. Dory, we will have a talk about this at the CBM meetup.
Mm-hmm. So, a proposal for next year's Dad Hate Tournament. The notion of people rooting for schools that they didn't go to.
If you have a connection, I'm good with that. Like I'm good with that.
Oh no, you've opened this door wide open. You didn't even ask why I was an Oklahoma State fan. No one chooses to follow Oklahoma State. It's trauma bonded to them.
I'm a Browns fan. I'm traumatized for the rest of my life.
You should be relatable. So it's relatable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Didn't the Browns have Brandon Whedon?
See?
Here we go with
Go
the
Pokes.
quarterbacks again. Here we go. The joke that never ends because I've never heard this one.
Well, you always go back to old.
I've never heard. Oh, hey, how many quarterbacks have the Cleveland Browns had? Oh, okay, ESPN. Thanks for putting that jersey again. Thanks, ESPN.
Yeah, you're about to have what, 43?
Oh, congratulations, Ed. Another quarterback on your list. Oh, look at that. Like I've never heard that one before, guys. Thanks. Way to be original, folks. Way to be original.
Let's move on before we get really out of hand here. All right.
Check the show part 2.
So
go ahead.
Let's talk about some MLB stuff for a minute. So I have a question for you guys. Can you tell me the two teams right now that have the longest winning streaks
in baseball?
In baseball,
Angels.
Is it Minnesota?
Nope.
Not anymore.
Minnesota had a look.
No.
Yeah, not anymore.
Did the Angels come back and beat Oakland? Beat the A's today?
Yep.
Just call them
Wow.
Oakland.
Sorry, force of habit.
The White Sox.
Nope. It's the Angels and the Phillies.
The Phillies, yeah.
Nobody cares about them.
I know. It was when you said Angels, I'm like, well, they went that.
Does it really count when you beat the Rockies? I'm sorry, Lynn, but does it really count when you beat the Rockies?
Well, we'll talk about the Rockies next for a minute. But yeah, Phillies have swept the Pirates and Rockies, which no one surprises. But Angels sweeping the Dodgers and the A's. Their 7 games went up, and they are officially not last place anymore in the West. So they are climbing up the rankings.
Isn't someone suing the Rockies because of losing streak or just overall losing?
Is it Bud Black for emotional damages?
I mean, I would sue them for that alone.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the Rockies losing streak for a minute. Just see how historic this is. Is the worst 50-game streak since the modern era of baseball starting in 1901. The last time you have to go to something even close to that is 1895 with the Louisville Colonels being 7-43.
Unreal.
And we thought the White Sox were bad last year, and all it took was the next season for someone to say, "Hold my beer, hold my Coors."
Golly,
hold my Crystal Light.
Whoa, that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they are a bad team. Like, I seriously, I thought I was like, all right, the White Sox, they got this in the bag. It's not gonna happen again. They're gonna be the worst team in Major League Baseball for years to come. And then all of a sudden, here comes the here comes the Colorado Rockies and said, "Hold my beer," right? Like, I mean, come on. Whew. I'm good now, guys. I'm good now. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm reeling it in.
Yeah. Well, because I was about to say I need for you to calm down, Sunshine.
Okay, so the fan who got free tickets to a game in a luxury box in 2023 had eye permanently damaged by a foul ball. You can't sue. You can't sue. They automatically tell you before the game starts, watch out for foul balls. So, I'm sorry you had your eye damaged. He's suing for bad architecture, making unsafe luxury box, and being a bad team so nobody pays attention to you. That's your problem as a fan. That's your problem, not my problem. Not the team's problem. It's not their fault that you cannot pay attention to what's going on. That's your fault.
It's utter ridiculousness. I mean, it really is.
When the three of us are shaking our heads, I mean, it's just not a good joke.
That's okay. I own it.
Well, now MLB will want to extend the net upwards. Put the whole net like dome over the whole field at this point.
You know what? Make it more fun. Electrify it. Just electrify it too.
Oh my God, that'd be good.
I was just gonna say, just as a quick side note, so Wichita is playing San Antonio down there, and they're playing right now as the Flying Chonkless.
It's nice. One of my favorites. One of my favorite brands.
Nice. Oh, by the way, who's this show sponsored by?
Thank you for telling me. It is sponsored by All Four Baseball Company, guys. Now, here's the cool thing about All Four is doing right now. I want you guys to know that he is teaming up with a lot of Sandlot teams across the U.S. Right now, the Tulsa Jesters, there's one in Milwaukee, and then also the Austin Parakeets. He got some cool T-shirts. He's working on some more stuff. Also, if you're part of the sticker club, you'll get some of those stickers as well. But my suggestion is go to his website, all right, all4baseballco.com, and whatever you get, don't check out right away, because what you need to do is you got to put code Dad Hat, and when you do that, you're gonna get 15% off of your whole purchase. Okay, code Dad Hat, and from when I've seen so far on Instagram, this release for Sandlot Baseball has been absolutely wonderful. Also, look at that. The caught looking edition, man. That's cool stuff. I really like that. So make sure that you guys go All Four Baseball Company, get your stuff, get your gear, and use code Dad Hat to get 15% off at checkout. Now, if you want to be part of the sticker club like I am, see, I got one right there. The Jesters, that's one of the stickers that right there. This one right there for the Parakeets. Usually it's $6. But if you use code DHC, so Delta Hotel Charlie, DHC, he will cut it in half, and you'll get it for $3 a month. So just want you guys to know is, if you want to be part of the sticker club, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, $3 a month, stickers, use codes DHC, and you get it for $3 instead of $6. So there's that. Yep. The whole purchase. So there you go, boys and girls. All right, Mr. Prospector, or Big Bracket Daddy, what you got going on?
Excuse me, I'm not the prospector.
Sorry, producer, Big Bracket Daddy.
Don't say it like that. That's weird. Talking about the NBA for a minute, we got playoffs course. Thunder and Pacers are up 1-0, and Pacers are somehow up 1-0 with that absolutely ridiculous shot by Halliburton,
bro, to
get to overtime.
How did that happen? And then he pulled the Reggie Miller move at the end.
He sure did.
From what I'm reading, was that it said it was to Larry David because he was talking shit the entire game.
All I know is that I think it was either him or it was to Reggie Miller, because Reggie Miller did one of these.
Yeah.
You know.
It was definitely a Reggie Miller.
So.
And then outside the playoffs, SGA wins MVP for the Thunder, putting him on
entirely deserved.
Yeah, puts him on the same echelon as Westbrook and Durant, who are the only 2 Thunder players to win MVP.
And what's today in Oklahoma City? It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Day.
That's right. Game 2 right now
in OKC.
Nope, we're not putting the mayor on tonight. I don't want to hear it. Mayor's not coming on tonight. He can stay in his car by himself. We're not doing this.
And then the only other thing, Nuggets removed the interim tag on David Adelman for the head coaching job.
What do you want?
Just wanted to say hello and goodbye. I literally just.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That's cold.
That wasn't
me.
That is cold.
Wow.
I just want you to know.
That was uncalled for.
That wasn't me. I had my hands up here.
Ed, that was uncalled for.
Dang.
Mr. Mayor, you were saying?
I was just saying, I was supposed to have been done an hour and a half ago, but the person doing the other side of this job, let's say they just didn't do everything right. So.
Whoopsie. Hey, what kind of head you got there?
I am still wearing my Bull Weevils hat that I had today for my off to work hat.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to be working, but I had texted Virgil my picks earlier because I was supposed to go see Spam-A-Lot with Rhonda tonight. And then by 11 o'clock, I get a call. They got a cut cable up here in North Carolina, and they needed my help. So,
where in North Carolina?
Down here in Lumberton. I'm not far from you. Okay. Like, if I really wanted to, I probably wouldn't make it there before the show was over. But
we're like, hey, what's up, dude?
Just go hang out with the go hang out with the frogs.
Are you driving home?
Yeah. It's about 2.5 hours.
Oh, we'll keep the company for a while at least.
So my goal, around 6:30, I thought, okay, great. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be out of here at 8 o'clock. And my plan was to come on live sitting in a chair in the middle of Buc-ee's. But it didn't work out.
Oh,
is that the big Buc-ee's right there on
on 95 there?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I was going to go in there and find a Buc-ee's chair and just find a spot and just be like, where are you at? I'm at Buc-ee's.
Broadcasting live from Buc-ee's.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a tornado that hit near a Buc-ee's in Calhoun.
Oh, I've been to that Buc-ee's.
Yeah, that one. You know which one I'm talking about? That one right near Calhoun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a tornado right near there.
No shit.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Anyway, I didn't want to disrupt the show, so y'all go ahead. I'll hop in when I need to.
That's exactly what you wanted to do.
No. I just wanted to sit back and listen, see what you guys were doing. I got my hat, drinking my water in my big Buc-ee's jug. So
there it is.
Carry on.
All right, Mr. Producer or Big Bracket Daddy.
Since Donnie's here, we can finally talk about hockey.
No, come on.
Well, you don't know I'm going to go with this. So first off, Donnie, congratulations on the Charlotte Checkers beating the Hershey Bears, the current champion.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. I'm excited about that. Ron and I are looking forward to when the games are going to be for the next round so we can try to get to one. And real quick side note, so the Checkers trolled Hershey as well. They had a picture of a little stuffed polar bear that they put on Facebook, on their Facebook page, with a shirt that said three-time champion or whatever, because they won the Calder Cup in 2019. But there was no Calder Cup given in 2020 and 2021. Well, Hershey was going for the three-peat this year because they've won the last 2 years. So this stuffed animal's wearing it's a shirt, and they said the only three-peat in the AHL, And Hershey fans are losing their shit over it. It's a joke because COVID took out 2 years of hockey at the AHL level as far as the Calder Cup's concerned. So
Right.
they were just joking, like we were the reigning champs in 2019. So technically we carried over as the champs in 2020 and 2021. And they
No,
kind of trolled them with a joke. Hershey fans are losing their shit over that.
You don't carry over.
It's a joke.
Did that
Right.
police officer just hit his car?
Yeah, like what the heck was that?
Yeah.
They're going after somebody back the other way.
I thought there was an
There comes
APB.
another one. Hang on.
I thought there was an APB out for you.
Because
I
it looked like they
No.
were coming behind you, and then I just heard a bump.
Yeah, I was waiting for like a pit maneuver or something. That was about.
Oh,
it.
that
was
was
like-
that was me probably just hitting a bump in the road.
That is like they see me rolling.
They hating.
Hey, I got out of there. They're going back to the scene of the crime. I've left.
Yeah. They're not gonna find me there.
Man,
But y'all should. Yeah, so y'all
Donnie
should have seen
tried
that, another thing. So coming up here for this job, right when I got to Buc-ee's there on 95, I saw this black smoke billowing up. Got over there. There was some car. I don't know if they rolled over. They were like back off the interstate a good little ways, and that I don't know if it exploded. That you couldn't even hardly tell it was a car there. It was just so much fire and smoke coming out of that thing.
So
It
the
was
Pope was not elected.
Crazy.
I was just, I knew someone was going to go there.
You were gonna
What?
go there too.
Well, no, I was actually just going to say, tell them the Pope was already elected.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Sorry. Thank you, Virgil. Go ahead. Carry on.
No problem. So the other hockey thing I want to talk about, there was a pretty huge upset that happened in the ice hockey world. So I don't know if anybody saw this. Denmark beat Canada 2-1.
Did they?
Yes. And
Oh,
to give you an
wow.
idea- to give you an idea how impressive that is, Denmark only has 2 NHL players on their roster.
The whole Canada team is NHL.
All but 2 players on the Canada team are in the NHL.
Yeah.
So big deal for them. Nice to see a non-traditional
Underdog.
hockey power beat an established team.
Okay, I'll say this about the NHL, that Four Nations tournament. That was cool. Watching
That
the
was
Four
very cool.
Nations tournament, I was a massive fan of that.
And then the
All right.
Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. We don't need to talk about that. So we got 3 more sports to talk about. We're going to go to college football now. Let's talk about the change in the playoffs with the seeding. So they are going to more a direct seed with the power strength of the record of the teams instead of conference champions getting the top 4 seeds. So if they did it this year, I think Oregon would have played the winner of Indiana, Boise State. I think it's Indiana somebody to balance it out in a way. I have my issues with it because I feel like it's just going to be ACC or not ACC, SEC, Big Ten. So even if a ACC or a Big 12 team has like an 11-1 record and pretty strong, they're not going to make it there because of perception and polls of conference strength. But what do you guys think about that change?
I think it's a good one that they at least try to seed the higher ranked teams. I'm with you. I think it's all the polls are favored to SEC, Big Ten anyway.
Yep.
So that is going to be what it's going to be. But and that's what they want. That's why they didn't want what they got this year with those automatic qualifiers from certain conferences getting that bye and everything. So they're eliminating that. And I heard today too, there's a possibility in 26 they're going to 16 teams now.
So let me ask you this. So the conference champions are still going to get their automatic bid.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm good there. I'm good with that. They're going to get the automatic bid. So my whole thing is, that should automatically get you in no matter what. All right, cool. You're in. That shouldn't automatically give you a
Bye.
bye, right? So
And I'm not
I-
saying it's good.
no, I'm with you. But what I'm saying is, all right, so that automatically gets you the bid. Now you reseed it the way it's supposed to be seated, from strength of schedule or whatever, and then off you go. I have no problem with this.
I mean, it's still going to be like last year. Clemson won the ACC, but they were ranked 11, and they got seeded based on that. They weren't in the top 4. The only
Correct.
problem was that you had a team. I forget what conferences they were off the top of my head. Virgil, you may be able to fill in the blank here, but there was the team? There was a team that won their conference, and they were one of the conferences that were going to get the bye because they were higher ranked than the ACC champion. So
Oregon State in the Mountain West.
yeah, okay, that's what it was. So Mountain West got that 4 seed. Now they'll still get in, even if they're ranked higher than another team. That doesn't mean they'll get the bye. The top 4 teams in the poll will get the bye, which is kind of how they wanted it to be this year. And everybody's like, "Oh, this is screwed up," so they just unscrewed it up.
Yeah.
But it's still going to the same teams that got in this year would probably
have gotten in.
Would probably still got in. They just would have been paired differently,
seated differently,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have the Oregon Ohio State so early when Oregon
Right.
got screwed in this
Exactly.
seeding.
Yeah, because you had a team that didn't win their conference, but they were ranked higher than the Mountain West winner or something like that. So
Eric, talk to me.
Yeah, I didn't understand last year kind of how all that worked because Boise State being up there, where what would they have? I mean, because they finished. Did they lose? Yeah, they lost one, right? They lost to Oregon early on.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what do you think they would have been like with this now? Like a 9,
Probably,
10?
9, 10, probably possibly an 8. I think also the thing that made this year weird was the circumstances too, because
Yeah.
if SMU beats Clemson, we don't talk about that. That doesn't happen.
true.
If Ohio State doesn't lose against Michigan, they're not playing Oregon in the second round. So
Yeah.
will this kind of alleviate some of those problems? Sure, but weird stuff can probably still happen.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's what I was going to say is that, depending on how it plays out this year with where teams fall, someone's always going to have a complaint whether you have it with last season's rules or this season's rules coming up. I mean, there's always going to be positives and negatives to all of them, but I'm going to be interested to see. I'm kind of withholding judgment. I don't hate what they're doing with this. I mean, I do feel for the teams that are not SEC and Big Ten teams or big insert number here teams, because they are going to get more favorability.
Big
Yeah,
insert
but-
number here. It's just that's all right.
Hey,
Hey.
And then
But-
of course there's Notre Dame, who just
That's
fits
right.
in wherever they want to.
that's right.
Listen,
We do what we want.
This
Yeah,
benefits Notre Dame probably the most because now there's no conference tie-in for the top 4.
Nope.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like everybody's like, oh, well, the SEC did nothing last year, so
No, but they still have that power of perception.
And they're ranked accordingly.
But I think that was more of the precision was more of like favoritism. You know what I mean? Like it's just they were pushing. There's like, oh, there's the best conference. They
Yeah.
really weren't the best conference last year at all.
No.
And
No.
actually, even the year before that, they weren't the best conference either.
Well, I mean, look at the national title game the last 2 years. There's not been an SEC team in it.
Yeah, Big Ten has won both of them.
Yep.
So I'm with you, Virgil, on your concern about Big Ten, SEC. I get it. I'm 100% with you. I just think it's the right move in order to see, because last year's seeding was an absolute disaster.
No, I agree.
Now, yeah, overall I like it, but let's see how it plays out.
That's exactly. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, then we've got NFL. Of course, the big story out of that, one of the big stories, was the tush push vote. And I will just say this. It makes me wonder if this would have been like if they had social media in the past with the forward pass.
Yeah. Good question.
Well, a good take on this again. Dan Patrick this morning is like, if it wasn't the Eagles, would anybody care? Like, if the Panthers were successful at the tush push, but they were a 5 and whatever team, or does anybody care? People only care because it's the Eagles.
Well,
do y'all agree
the
with that,
Packers
or
most
no?
certainly cared.
You what?
The Packers most certainly cared.
I think the Packers were the whipping boy of Roger Goodell to take the bullet for that.
Now, interesting take. This may have been someone trying to get a rise out of Packer fans, or or trying to do a conspiracy theory. But I heard someone suggest that the NFL asked the Packers to do it because they're owned by the fans, and they don't have like a big rich NFL owner like the other teams do. So
I had heard that it had been put on the Packers to maybe carry that flag. I didn't think about it that way, or I haven't heard that side of that, but that makes sense too.
But let me be perfectly clear. Like, I'm not saying that came from any legitimate source, or
True.
I mean, it's a good conspiracy theory.
But I'm saying that I heard someone put that out there, and I'm like, that's going to cause, obviously, that will stir some debate with that type of perspective. So that did not come from any reputable source, nor did I see it confirmed by anyone that you'd look for your NFL news. It's just one of those things you see out on social media. But I was like, well, if the NFL wanted to outlaw it, then maybe they do talk to a team that is, that where they don't make the other owners mad. The Packers would be a logical choice to do that. So I'm not putting it on the Packers or anything. I'm just saying I would not put it past the NFL to do that, but I don't know if that was done, obviously, because I have no way of verifying that or knowing.
No, I'm with you there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they did do it, though.
I did see the Browns were like, no, we don't want it. No, leave it there.
Browns are like, we got enough problems. We don't need this bullet, too.
Don't include us in this hot mess.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the Browns were ones that voted against banning it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But, Donnie, what I really wanted to know is, what about how do your Jacksonville Jaguars feel about it?
I honestly don't know because I don't follow the Jaguars.
Good man.
Okay.
The Carolina Panthers also voted to not ban the tush push, didn't they?
I didn't. You know what? That's one thing I didn't see or hear. Who were the 10 teams that? Yeah, there were 10 teams. Who were the 10 teams that didn't vote to ban it?
I
haven't seen a list.
One moment.
It was Patriots, Browns.
Yep. Eagles.
Well, yeah.
Okay. The 10 teams that saved the push, that voted against the proposal: Eagles, Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Jets, and Titans.
I like the fact that like the Lions are in there. You know what I mean?
Look at who all those coaches are. Those coaches are some of most of your like really up and coming or early elite, like younger established coaches.
They're not mainstays as
right.
The ones.
They're the guys that are more innovative right now.
Virgil, did you say the Bears?
I did not know. The Bears were ones that voted for.
Well, that flies in the face to one of my theories. I was going to say, there's at least the Lions have at least one graduate of the Dan Campbell School with Aaron Glenn and the Jets in saving the tush push. So.
I agree with Phil on that.
I vote to keep it and keep it as long as they stop calling it the tush push. I call it whatever you want. I mean, I don't really give a shit. It's a legal play. It's legal. Find a way to beat it. So, did you guys see this one? And I did see this earlier.
Yeah.
That Darren Ruff, former major leaguer, suing the Cincinnati Reds for damages after he suffered a career-ending injury while crashing into an uncovered tarp roller. It wasn't uncovered because I was watching the video. I think that's still covered, wasn't it?
I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, the lawsuit filed Thursday in the Hamilton County Court of Common Pleas charges as the Reds with negligence in failing to maintain safe field conditions, and specifically cites the presence of unpadded metal tarp. Man, get out of here. We're suing everybody for anything nowadays.
Well, what's the one I saw the other day? It was someone suing one restaurant because they put onions on his burger or something like that, and he's like allergic to onions.
Then tell people you're allergic to onions.
Because someone accidentally put it on there, and so now he's suing.
Get out of here. It's legal for the offense. Defensive players are not allowed to push players through the line to block kicks or anything. So why is it fair for one side to do it and the other one? Listen, your Steelers are the ones who said they want to ban it. I don't want to hear it.
They gotta get a quarterback first.
Yeah, they got to get their shit together on the offensive line. So, I like this. I'm a little feisty today. I apologize.
You being feisty?
Is it actually not allowed for defense to push? Like you couldn't have a couple of like D linemen right behind the nose tackle and all kind of pushing the opposite direction on the tush push?
The only time I thought that was not legal was for field goals or like kind of.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was like if they're kicking, you can't push through like that or jump over.
I get the kicking part.
For insufferable damages.
Yeah, mental anguish.
No, for putting an ingredient that does not belong in beans. Cinnamon. Who the fuck puts cinnamon on it? What the fuck?
Virgil, Ed's going to ask you to calculate up all the emotional damages that he had from that entire bracket, and he's going to sue every single one of them.
Yes. Starting with our Modell.
Yes, I was going to say he's going to sue the estate of Art Modell.
There is not enough money.
Art Modell.
I'll just put the affinity symbol by some dollar signs, and that will just be enough.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't need to do too much computation to calculate that. But
oh my god!
Speaking of owners, also just condolences to the Irsay family with Jim Irsay passing away. So his 3 daughters and obviously grandkids and stuff like that into the Colts organization. Rest in peace, Jim, and hope he finds peace. And
he's definitely a complicated man.
Yeah, I mean, Pat McAfee, I think, said it well. I mean, he had his demons, and I've talked about them on here. But one thing I will acknowledge is, despite all those demons, and and problems that he had, he was a generous human being in terms of things that he would give his money to. I know he's not. I know his family's not popular in Baltimore. I'm not saying everything that. I'm not saying he was a perfect person. I've said myself my misgivings with him, but I will say he was very philanthropic and he did a lot for the city of Indianapolis. So,
he did.
Rest in peace.
He did do that.
I'm glad
I know he's been in poor health lately. Was there any indication that he was kind of at this point?
He was declining.
He was declining. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the sad thing is, he was only 65.
Right.
Well, he was also did a lot of. He abused his body over the years.
His body. Well, his body took a lot of beating over the years with
drug abuse and all of that.
Well, with just, like I said, he had his demons. So I would, like a lot of people do.
Absolutely. No, yeah.
So,
and listen, he owned up to them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I gotta respect the man who at least, he's like, hey man, listen, you're not gonna use any of this thing against me. I know what I am. I know the type of person, the kind of demons I have.
Yep.
Can't use it against me.
Yep.
So good for him. All right, Mr. Producer.
So we got one more football to talk about, but not NFL. Ed, get the duster out and wipe down that trophy case because
about time, baby.
Spurs won a trophy.
Jesus Christ, has it been a long time?
Spurs won the Europa League 1-0 against Manchester United.
He's such a big fan. I said, what about Tottenham? He goes, what?
Dude, I mean, come on.
He's such a big supporter. He goes, what happened?
Listen, let's be honest. It's just you just didn't expect for Tottenham to win anything at this point. It's been how many years?
17 years.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
Juande Ramos did bring him a trophy back in 2008, but
Oh, God. Good.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Finally, they bring something, to that case that just we gotta
can't.
dust it off.
I can't. I
Oh,
can't
it's
even.
all right. It's all right, baby. You
can't.
don't have to say it. I'll say it.
No,
Anyways,
but I
moving
mean,
on.
I'll say this. Ange, I mean, Ange Postecoglou is he made that promise. He says, "I always win things in my second year," and boy, he's gonna be able to pull that clip back and say, "Guess what I did."
Win something in the second year.
And the press was awful to Ange. I mean, yes, you've had a horrible domestic season, but
I mean, it was pretty bad.
well, yeah, I mean, it was terrible. But like the press were relentless with him, like they tend to be.
True.
With managers in the Premier League, but and like there was even one that tried to say he portrayed him as a clown if they were going to lose, and I'm like, so if anything, the one thing I'm maybe happy about, because I can't celebrate Tottenham winning a trophy, but is Ange being able just to go to that reporter and say, "Kick rocks,
suck it."
So
happy
for Ange in that respect from a human perspective.
And I know you're happy for fans of Tottenham and Tottenham. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Cool. Okay, Mr. Producer. Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
By the way, on the last show, you did miss that apparently Donnie is a Crystal Palace fan now.
Yeah, I mean,
Crystal Palace, baby.
Yeah, and by the way, he's known what Crystal Palace is for about what, 4 days?
4 days.
They're my team.
He brought up the FA Cup win, and Patrick and I were pretty much floored that he even knew that.
He brought it up unprovoked. He brought it up unprovoked, and I was like,
"Wait, hold the fuck on it." He actually knew what that was.
Well, 4 days ago, he learned. Yeah, he learned about Crystal Palace 4 days ago because he heard Rebecca Lowe talking about it on the Dan Patrick show. I said, "Well, that flipping makes sense."
Oh, let's go. Okay.
But even Rhonda trolled me though, because she was like, "Yeah, he likes the little square slider burgers," because she thought I was like Crystal.
I'll take it. All right, Mr. Producer.
All right.
What we got?
That is all we have. We blew through basically all the talking points I had today.
I love it.
So it is time for the flavorful four of our tournament. So just for a reminder for people who's coming out of what region, and Ed does not know this because he did not watch the show on Tuesday, so this is going to be new information to him. Out of the Dad Hat region, we have the Fresno Tacos. They had a little trouble against the Lexington Beer Cheese, where that almost came to a tie, but everything else they pretty much cleared out. In the Mare region, we have the Biloxi King Cakes. All their games came through with ties, and honestly, they are probably the local favorite after the horrible, absolutely disgusting attack made on them.
Who did they beat?
They beat the Grits and they beat Beer City.
Okay.
They won my division, and my team should have won my division.
This tournament is rigged.
How's it rigged?
Tournament is rigged. It is a travesty that the Grits are not in the four because the King Cakes are in this flavorful.
Yes, the King Cakes.
I demand a recount.
Well,
Fake news.
We did. They both tied, and I picked the winner.
Virgil.
Oh, great. Oh, there.
I was going to say, there's your recount right there. That one right there is your recounter.
Yeah, Virgil.
He's the hanging Chad.
Yeah, Virgil. We've been talking about lawsuits. I'd like to sue Donnie and throw Ed onto it for slander of such a great team name. It's downright despicable.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna pick the King Cakes over Grits?
Yes.
You're high.
Nope.
I may have been, but we don't need to talk about that. And over at the Prospector region, the South Wake Shakes swept both their games. A unanimous decision. All four picked them against the couch potatoes, and then all four picked them over the kimchi.
Yep.
And then
I'm waiting. I know what Ed's thinking. He goes, "Oh, such a good logo."
And then the last one that made it through, which is probably the surprise of the tournament so far, out of the influencer region, the Rancho Cucamonga Barbecue.
Who did they beat?
They beat the Bean Suppas, and then they also beat a Erie Pepperoni Balls.
That's a tough one. Tough division.
Yeah, those are some agonizing fixtures.
I'm okay with 3 out of the 4. I'm okay with 3 out of the 4.
Well,
I cannot believe.
Some people just did not agree.
Yeah. Mr. Influencer, just so you know, there's been a lot of needless moaning going over the king cakes because someone was libelous and slanderous in their descriptions of that team on our last show, as you may remember.
And see, that's all you can do. You can shake your head because it is absolutely absurd.
It's despicable.
Are you guys ready to make these picks?
I guess it's already rigged, so.
And yet Art Modell wins your last tournament. What you talking about, Sunshine?
Move it on.
First game.
Oh.
Southwick Shakes against the Rancho Cucamonga Barbecue.
I feel like there was harder matchups last round. Give me the barbecue.
Barbecue?
I love the barbecue, but I'm going with the Shakes on this one. I love that Shakes logo.
Patrick?
Give me the barbecue.
Ed?
Give me the Shakes.
Okay, let me just pull up the script I have here. Move on. Let's see. Donnie,
Again, Virgil's choice is the choice. So this is Virgil's
I
tournament.
think it's fair because that means you guys cannot decide.
Fair point.
Thank you.
I mean, it's out of 5. I'll give you that. I just think he picked wrong with the. But anyways, go continue.
I made the reason why on the grits, why the king cakes beat the grits.
It's bullshit. But anyways, move on. Okay, Shakes are.
I am picking the Shakes.
Okay.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
So Shakes make it to the final.
Yeah. He likes
Dude, honestly, either one of these two are great logos. Let's be
Oh,
honest
yeah.
about that. You know, so
No. I don't want to hear it from you. You've already said this is rigged. Like you've lost your talking.
Virgil, you didn't even pick with me on this one, but I don't think you rigged it. I think you're just
get out of here. Somebody shh.
Thank you.
I think you've done a great job with this tournament.
Oh my God.
And the fact that the barbecue made it this far, they actually knocked off in the last 2 rounds 2 of Eric's favorites, and he still was not put out by that.
Is Eric bitter about this?
No. If I'm not mistaken, I think
Because he knows that logo's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did pick barbecue. I think he picked barbecue over bean suppers.
He did.
Okay. Yeah, the only one that's been bitter has been Donnie.
Yeah.
All right.
I take grits personal.
See, there was a warning on this because
I'll take him warm. I don't like it. I like the grits hot.
I remember when Peppers and Oil beat Pimento Cheese, and I was already hearing rumblings from him.
Yep.
So yeah.
I mean,
all right. Next game we've got Fresno Tacos versus the Biloxi King Cakes.
Tacos.
Again, this is super easy, better than the last round. King cakes.
You can't get it easy. What the hell is wrong with you?
Tacos, that's boring.
So is a king cakes. It's a
No,
donut.
it's not. A
Congratulations.
donut. Get out of here.
Donut.
It's a wannabe donut.
A donut.
That's a taco. Come up with an original name.
I love tacos. I'm going.
It's not what you love.
Fresno
Tacos, the food is good, but the logo and the name is just.
I just love the colors on that king cakes. Give me the king cakes.
Hey, Virgil.
Great, congratulations. The king cakes win.
Why do we even vote? Why didn't we just have Virgil do it? Because we knew it was going to him.
Because it's got to be fair, Eric.
No, nothing is fair here.
I'm actually going tacos on this.
Oh!
Oh!
Get out of here. Suck it, Biloxi.
So
He just went Denmark on you guys.
What'd you say, Donnie?
What?
What'd you say?
I said he just went Denmark on you guys.
Before that.
No, it was me who said it.
Upset of the century?
Oh, as a 1 seed? Then probably the number 1 overall 1 seed? No, that's not an upset. That's a team.
I know it's not an upset, but y'all.
Don't worry, Donnie. Don't worry, Donnie. Don't worry. It's cool, buddy.
let me explain why.
I say that because I said that because Virgil has been king cakes all the way, and then he flips at the end. Not upset in 1 versus 4, but that Virgil flipped. That's what I meant by that.
You disowned us. There's nothing to explain.
What do you mean this owning thing?
You moved them on to this round.
I did because I thought they were better logos than the other two.
And they are better than this.
I don't think it's a better brand than the tacos. I just don't.
It is.
It isn't a better brand than the tacos.
Is that because you're Hispanic? You like tacos?
I do like tacos.
No, I
That's
think
so racist.
I think to me when it goes because like the Beer City one and the grits, those were two newer ones with king cakes. And also, I'm sorry, the hat logo for the grits still makes no sense to me. Why is it out of a hat? You do not eat grits out of a hat.
Donnie probably would.
Donnie has.
Until I see Donnie eat grits out of his boll weevils hat, I do not buy that.
Don't tempt me, Virgil.
He bought an extra hat just so he could do that.
I mean, I would do it.
I'll line it with saran wrap and eat grits out of it.
No. That hat did not have saran wrap. It was dripping from that.
You
hat.
don't know. You can't see that.
I know what I saw.
Yeah, he saw it.
Oh dear. So yes, Fresno Tacos is what I am picking. I know that is shocking to some people, but that's just where I draw the line with that logo.
Virgil, you're a man of culture and tradition. I can't be mad at it.
Apparently, you can.
But he's never been
Eric. No, not you, but Eric.
I was going to say, what did I say?
Eric is mad about it.
Well, like, to me, these are all tough because I can be like Paul Caputo and say each one of those is my favorite logo. You know, depending on the episode that I'm doing.
The next tournament that we go through.
I don't know. I may not do them anymore. Apparently, they're all rigged.
I'd like to go on record to say that I've shown my appreciation for your work on these tournaments.
No, I do. You did a great job. You did a great job, buddy.
You're okay.
Yeah, dude, you did good.
You know what, Eric? You just saying I was okay means a lot more because usually it's like I don't even get anything out of you. So thank you.
That's like high praise right there.
It is. That's you. Yeah. If he doesn't insult you, you're basically,
So here we go. We got the finals. Everything. 66 teams, 68 teams. We're in this. 2 remain.
What's up, Mike?
So here we go. Mike, you just came at the perfect time for this. Final. Fresno Tacos versus the South Wake Shakes.
So what I'm kind of upset about is I just checked the website, and of the 5950 or the equivalent, the 3930 and the Zephyr, none of them are in my size.
Of which one?
The South Wake Shakes.
Oh. You gotta wait. They are gonna be bringing more stuff out.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I talked to
the more and more I look at this, I really do like that Shakes too. I missed them last year. I didn't get to go to that game.
You know what I like about this logo? It's like there's so many cool things that you can really pinpoint to it. Like on the shake itself, right? You have like on the straw how they has like the little when you twist it right here on the S, the baseball with the cherry, the glove. Yep. I mean everything about this, and the bat is actually the straw.
Yep.
That's a cool detail.
And the fact that the Shakes word mark is a straw.
A straw, that's right. You know what I mean? I like everything about it. And Wake is obviously for Wake County here in North Carolina. So I'm with it. Fresno, listen, tacos is just, who doesn't like tacos? Tacos are delicious.
Eric, apparently.
They are.
Nothing is wrong with tacos themselves, but put some type of name to it. The Tasmania tacos or something. Do something more fun than just tacos.
But everybody likes the name tacos.
Yeah.
Well, it's an OG food item, so it was before all the foods got crazy.
Donnie, never say OG ever again. You're too old for that.
Yeah.
I am an OG. I'm an old guy.
Okay, that was funny.
No, it wasn't.
That was good.
Thank you.
All right.
So who wants to go
Give me the
first?
shakes.
Shakes
Okay.
for.
Give me the shakes.
Eric.
Shakes.
2-0 shakes. Patrick.
This is a good matchup, but give me the shakes.
Thank God. Ed.
We already know what he picked.
What?
Actually, I don't know who he's going to pick on this one. This is
Thought you already said tacos. Plus, it's the best
No.
thing ever.
This is
No,
the
I
one
did
that I
pick
was
the
kind of
tacos.
wondering what he was going to pick because
It's the shakes.
it's his favorite versus the local.
Yeah, I gotta go with local.
Yeah, he was complimenting both logos, I think.
Dude, I gotta cut. They're both great logos. I like both of them. But the shakes actually has a lot better details than the actual tacos. The name is great. I like the jersey with the taco on the top of between the O and the S. But the fact that like the South Wake shakes actually introduce a lot more details than the tacos did, I'm sorry, but it's a much better logo. So
Well, I must be hearing fireworks from Ting Stadium because South Wake Shakes have won the food tournament for DHC.
this is great stuff.
As an 8 seed.
As an 8 seed.
Probably didn't see that coming.
Upset.
No, honestly, I thought Kimchi was going to get them, but they swept Kimchi. The only game where they struggled was their very first one against the green chili cheeseburgers because that came to a draw.
No, it didn't struggle with me.
Then after that,
Me neither.
After that, they completely ran roughshod in the tournament.
Yeah,
so
they did.
congratulations to the South Wake Shakes.
I am
Eight
a little
months-
upset that the oils and peppers didn't make it further.
Or the peppers and oil.
Peppers and oils, yeah.
I may have to get, once they come out with better or more sizes, I may have to get a shakes now that they won.
I'll let you know once.
Yeah, I want to
when
get the
they-
new one because when I was there, they only had the old hat. They didn't have the new one in my size.
Yeah.
What's the new one?
Is that the one that I picked up?
The one that Virgil has, I think. The color scheme you have, Virgil, isn't that the newer color scheme?
Let me go grab that one real quick.
Yeah, you're talking about the one that's got that real hot pink or like neon pink.
So the hot pink
Yeah.
is on a Zephyr,
It's
Yeah.
and then New Era is the
older
pale pink.
one.
I kind of like. I mean, I like both, but I kind of like the. I don't know what you call it, the more mild pink.
I'm with you. I agree with you.
Do you think
To me,
they'll still do the 5950s, or are they just going to Zephyr now?
I think it's because it's a collegiate wood bat. They're not gonna go.
So I
New
probably
Era.
won't be able to get a 5950 then.
No.
But
What do they
Uh,
have?
I just think that neon pink, like when you put that on the shake itself, it drowns out the face a little bit. So I like the pale pink for that reason.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted the pale pink. They just didn't have my size. But I went and got the other one because
Yeah,
I wanted one of them at least.
yeah. And if I hadn't gotten the pale pink one, I would have gotten the hot pink one.
Hell, they don't even
because-
have my size on the New Era.
Yeah, it's all larger size. So basically, Virgil and Patrick.
Yeah.
What do they still have the 5950 in the South Wake
They
shakes?
do.
Yeah, they have
And
your
they got
size.
the Springs hats on there already.
Oh,
Is that all on the Holly Springs website?
It is. Here, show you. They have a couple of them already. So they have.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There's that one right there.
See, I like that one, but they just have large sizes left of that. And even on the stretch fit, they don't have.
They have the medium, large, and
But
large,
no.
extra large.
But if you click on large, extra large, though.
Sold out.
Yep.
Okay. Then there's this one. The
Same thing, sold out.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah, and I like that one. It's just
Oh, is that the one you've got, Virgil? I thought you had the lighter one.
No, I think the lighter one they didn't have in my size.
And
Yes,
here's
I do.
Okay, so you and I, but so I've got the one you've got then. Okay.
and so here's
Or
the
maybe
spring.
maybe it was out there, but maybe if you click on it,
Wait, are those spring? So they have Springs hats, but they don't do the image with the Springs hat.
I don't
That's
get
weird.
it. This is a dad hat though. And then there's this one. This is actually not
Yeah.
bad.
Donnie. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do the Cap X fit? The Cap X hats fit? Are they a good fit?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Well, because I know that when you've gone to that baseball event or that baseball like event, I'm not allowed to talk about. I know a lot of those teams use Cap X, so I was
All the
wondering.
ones I've gotten from there, I don't think I've gotten any CapEx from there. What's the CapEx I just got?
Because the firefighters hats I knew were Cap X.
Yeah, but I think the one that I've got, well, it might be a CapEx now that you say that.
CapEx, it's got. They're making the little, the little introduction. They're just coming in quietly.
Yeah,
I haven't had an issue with any of them, I guess is what I should say.
and I've just never tried one on. I don't know how they fit because that's one brand I don't have one of.
I didn't notice any difference to me between it and Zephyr, good or bad.
Okay. And I'm sure it's probably the same type thing with stretch fit, but even different companies that do stretch fit, they fit differently.
Ooh,
Like-
they got a nice Utah hat.
Utah Hockey Club?
Yeah,
Who does?
CapEx.
Oh, CapEx was the one that I just got, the divers.
Oh,
They
is that
got
one
a-
CapEx as well?
Yeah, that was a CapEx. I was like, I just got one. I was trying to remember what it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the booty divers.
Is it a
They've
comfortable
got a
fit?
nice little Clemson hat. CapEx.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, Eric and I have our Clemson hat. We're good. Actually, I'm sorry. No, we have our Kansas City Curve hats. I'm sorry. We're good.
Here, watch this. There it is, Virgil.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that
nice.
Utah one.
That was like a raised logo or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I like that St. Louis Blues one
those-
too, by the way.
Are those like the rubberized logo or something?
They look like that. You know what they remind me of? Those remind me of the branded Bills hats.
Yeah,
They got stretches.
yeah, because Brandon
adjustable.
Bills uses that rubberized raised logo.
They sure do. And they're pretty comfortable too.
Yeah, I've got some nice Brandon Bills hats. They're just generic ones, but like
Yeah.
flagged stuff, state of
Yeah.
South Carolina outline stuff like that.
Bro, do they have anything?
Where's their Browns hat? Oh, never mind.
I
Don't
like
worry,
that it has a little X on the side of the hat.
I like that. I like that Utah hat.
Yeah, so do I.
I just don't like that stuff on the brim.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like a lot of hats are doing that. It's not
Oh,
necessary.
they're doing the Lakeland Flying Tigers thing or the
Yeah.
Seattle Pilots.
Pilots,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
There's
you
no
know, there's
need
a
for
Lakeland
that.
Flying Tigers version that has that on it as well.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
they
was-
haven't used it in years. But there were I think it was back like 2011, 2012, 2013. They had a version of that.
But I always associate that with the pilots.
Yeah, so do I.
It's interesting. We gotta keep an eye on CapEx. I mean, they
Yeah,
haven't had a lot going on, but it's another hat company that's making their rounds, right? You got Official League, you got Select Goods, and now you got CapEx.
Another one that's making their way into minor league baseball is the golf brand Black Clover.
Really?
Yeah, they've if you look at some of the websites, along with like Official League and some other people, they've started selling MILB merchandise as well.
They had two hats at Cannonballers last night that were from them.
Yeah, from
'Cause I
Black
know
Clover.
because what I noticed, I looked over, they were on the shelf, kind of standalone, and what drew my attention was the sticker on the brim had the MILB logo on it.
Yep.
And I was like, what is that? And then I got looking at it, and they said like Lucky on the side or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have two Cannonballer versions
Yeah.
there.
Look out for Black Clover.
Black Clover. Okay, keep an eye. I like it, man. This is nice, though. Good for them.
Black Clover's, for those that love golf, Black Clover's a huge brand in golf. So
Yeah, that's where I've seen them before is in golf.
like if you go to
I
Top
almost
Golf,
bought a I almost
Top
bought a
Golf,
Clemson hat from them that was at a golf store.
yeah,
a couple
like
years ago.
and Top Golf sells a lot of Black Clover merchandise as well.
I'm not really.
You what?
I'm not really a golf person, so it doesn't really.
Not either.
You know what I mean? Like I hate to say it. Like I know that you are, Donnie. You know, I can't do it.
Well, I can't afford the green. I can't even afford to drive up to where Donnie goes, much less the greens fees. So, you know,
I haven't played. I played like maybe 4 rounds of golf in 3 years. I used to play all the time. I was like
listen,
an 8 handicap at one
just
point.
because you played at Augusta National and Torrey Pines, don't even start. I'm saying,
No, I wish.
you know,
It's 4-0, by the way. I just want you guys to know against.
I'm aware.
against the Canes.
Yeah.
Got the split screen with that and the Thunder game going on. Thunder are doing better than the Hurricanes right now.
It is what it is.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Man,
That's cool, though. It's cool. It's cool. More about it. All right, boys. Well, Mr. Virgil, Mr. Producer, you have done yourself again. You have done yourself. So thank you for putting a great tournament together. This was great.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations to the South Wake Shakes. They are the winner of the food tournament. We should let them know, hey, you guys won our food tournament.
You should buy like a little trophy of some kind with a food item on it and send it to them. Just randomly send it and say you just won the Dad Hat Chronicles food identity tournament.
So awesome.
It would be so funny for somebody at the Holly Springs Salamanders to open that box and be like, "What is this?" Just to get them to question it.
I know a certain merch guy who would appreciate it.
But yeah, let them know this logo. I mean, really, I feel like this logo is really under.
Send it to the merch guy. Yes, address. We need to do that.
Brian.
Yeah, let Brian know.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Brian would love that, man.
You know what? All right, we'll work on that.
I bet you could find some little trophy at a trophy shop that has some kind of food to it. Of some kind.
Well, the DHC tournament.
No, like just get a trophy and like go buy like a some Slim Jim or just throw it inside or something. Just a food trophy.
But even though they've won the food tournament, their job's not done yet.
Why is that?
Stay tuned and you'll find out.
Oh, okay. All right. But they won the food tournament. That's all that matters.
The food tournament. Cannot take that away.
Can't take that away. The 2026 DHC Sports Show food tournament. The winner is.
What year?
I'm sorry. Are we in the future?
Yeah, I was going to say
2025. Sorry.
Are we going in the future?
I'm thinking in the future.
He's already on the 2-peat.
I know. I am on the 2-peat. The DHC Sports Show 2025 food tournament goes to the South Wake Shakes.
Did Art Modell repeat, by the way?
He's retired from the hate tournament. He cannot win.
Yeah. Apparently he cannot go back because he would sweep again.
Okay, well then congratulations, Jesse Cole.
And nothing would be funnier than to send them the trophy and then they win one of the other tournaments and then have a second box show up randomly.
Well, sadly, they're not in either of the other tournaments.
Oh, okay.
This was their one chance to get some hardware, and they have.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
There you go. I like it. I love it. Boys, thank you so much for doing this. We will be back again next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Same time, same bad channel, the whole 9 yards. Except for if you live in the mountain zone, which is the fake zone. Good luck.
It's not real.
It's not real. It
Doesn't
doesn't exist.
Is that why he doesn't listen?
Yeah, don't you know? He's probably in Morocco or something again. Still,
I think he's still there. Is that like a 3-week vacation?
yeah.
I can tell you this is not in Fort Collins.
He doesn't really live there.
He doesn't. He just has an address there that he does. They send the
For
stuff
his
to him.
mail.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for the chat room. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. You guys are. It's truly appreciated that you guys are the the comments and everything. So the participation. Thank you so much. But we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll have a new tournament to talk about on Tuesday. Should be interesting.